Hey, Bleedbigblue, Tim from the podcast. Just wanted to come talk to you guys. Last game of the year against Dallas, and we get a W. I'm pretty happy about that. I love where this team is going. Yeah, I know Philly wanted to do their thing and ruin our chances for the playoffs, but hey, that was because it was out of our control. Come next year, I think we're definitely going to have a lot more wins than 6. But we'll see what happens next year. But let's get into the lists, because that's what you're here for, right? Number 1 on the list of glory. You got to give it to pretty much the person who was our whole offense. It was Sterling Shepard. He looked good. He looked the Shepard that we gave the big contract to. For 8 catches, 112 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 carries for 24 yards and a touchdown. 2 touchdowns, looked great in the first half. And the awesome part about it is he catches everything when he's on board. And I know he's not a number 1 receiver, but he's a fantastic number 2. And we can absolutely build on that. So Sterling, I'm glad you're on the team. So good job and welcome to the list of glory. Number 2 on my list of glory. I think it's pretty obvious who would be the next one. He tore up Dallas's offensive line. He was making big plays all over the field. And you know his name, Leonard Williams, who tore it up this season. 5 tackles, 2 assists, 3 big sacks this game. Had an amazing year. I think he ended up with 11 or 12 sacks. And, you can't ask much more from a guy that's, playing in the interior. And this is the Leonard Williams that I thought we'd be getting. I always thought he played out of position with the Jets, and obviously he wasn't getting used well when he first came to us. But all you people that complained about the trade, are you complaining about the trade really now? He's not even talking about big contracts. He's talking about actually maybe signing for less, because he already made good money because he was a high draft pick. So hopefully he signs back with us, and we don't have to bring the bank either. But he's definitely a plus and somebody we can build with, because he's still a really young player. I think he's only 26, but we'll get into all the off-season stuff, obviously during the off-season. But he had a fantastic game, and welcome to the list of glory, Leonard Williams. Number 3, it's a guy, I could have put a bunch of people in here. I wanted to give it to this person because it made me get a little excited for the future. Plus he made, big plays. Really one big play. His name is Xavier McKinney. Had 4 tackles, 4 assists, but he had the big interception in the end zone. This is a guy who just came in. He hasn't had a full season with us. I mean, he's, as far as playing, but between him, Logan Ryans, and Peppers, we really have a nice combination of safeties that are versatile, that will allow Graham to do a lot of things next year. So I wanted to welcome Xavier McKinney to the list of glory. You played a great game, and you made a big play at the end to help us win. Now, for the list of shame, it's tough when it's, we get a W. I don't really like, getting negative, because some of these guys, I know they play hard, but hey, you know what? It is what it is. You had a bad game, so I'm gonna let you know. One of the things I can't stand is fumbling. Wayne Gallman, you know I root for you. But he had 65 yards rushing, which is all right. But he had a fumble at the end of the game, which you almost lost, which was just you having the ball slip out of your hands. You almost gave the else a chance to win the game. And as far as the other fumble with Daniel Jones, as far as not getting the handoff, I know that they put it on Daniel Jones, but I think it's half on you as well. Wayne Gallman, shame on you. And welcome to the list of shame. Heard not welcome to the list of shame. I hope you're not back here. Number 2 on my list of shame. I got to give it to this guy because he just didn't live up to expectations this whole season, and including this game. Evan Engram. You had 2 catches for 17 yards. You had the one slipped out of your hands that turned into an interception. You just didn't play well this year. I think you definitely showed flashes of what you could possibly do, but you need to play better. You're supposed to be a mismatch and nightmare for teams, and the problem is you haven't been. Now, I don't know if that's fully your fault, but I don't like the way your stats are with this team, because honestly, you should be at least our number 2 receiver, and you're not. So shame on you, Evan Engram, for having a bad game and really not having that great a season, and you're on the list of shame. And number 3 on my list of shame, it's a guy I'm kind of on the fence with, pretty much the way things have gone this season. Jason Garrett. I had to put you on the list of shame because honestly, this offense, first of all, has been horrible all season. I like the way you mixed it up in the first half, but come second half, where was all the creativity? Where was all that creativity from the first half? It's like you come in waves of your creativity. I've seen games where you call great games. The rest of the games is like little vanilla offense. I know you don't have necessarily the playmakers that you need. You got to get creative with what you got. That's why you're offensive coordinator. That's why you've been a head coach. But you got to call a better game. That's why you're on the list of shame. So Jason Garrett, shame on you. Guys, the season's done. And, we aren't where we, want to be. But we're going in the right direction. I'm a big fan of Joe Judge and where he's going. I know Gettleman's coming back. For some of you, that's that's death wish, because every loss somehow gets blamed on him. But I don't think it's a bad thing. It is what it is, because I think they're all working together. I think Joe Judge has a big say in what goes on. So we're going in the right directions. We got some big decisions this offseason. We'll get into them on the podcast. Keep listening and keep bleeding big blue.